murderous plans. Let's. Valdo had some ingenious designs hidden in his memories. Observe. Light of salvation. Repent. Valdo's designs were flawed. Do you remember dying here? Will. Turn away, sin. Sin surrounds you. Feel the pull of the void. What are you? In this, the realm of the past, I am king, and you will bow.
I need more mana.
This one is my own creation. Repent! Greyclass needs me! Darkness surrounds us! Ha! Plenty more where that came from. Face your destruction. Burn away, sin. Sin surrounds you. Feel the pull of the void. I will crush you. Impossible. How? This isn't over. This will never be over.
There's Uber. That was Uber Cortex. I don't even have full level gems or anything. There's Uber Cortex for you guys. Hey, welcome in. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm doing pretty good myself. As you can see, I'm not in my hideout. The reason for that, I don't want to be in my hideout right now because it's annoying to listen to the tippy tappies of my golems running around, and I want to be able to just do this video to talk to you about the new style of golem build. If you haven't noticed from the thumbnail, we're chaos damage now, but we're not poison. We're not dot. We're just straight chaos damage. I'll go into it and I'll kind of go over the build here. First things first, let me get down to the gear. Now the gear is very similar to what we were using before, and it's not going to change too much. In fact, a lot of this isn't going to change too much from the Pledge of Hands version that I was doing before. But we're going to make sure we have a couple of modifiers. The reason that I even decided to do this poison or this chaos conversion build, well, first things first, we have the minion convert 100% of fire damage to chaos damage. Now these gloves are amazing, except for the fact that the aspect of the spider skill, 100% useless. Do not do this. You can't stack aspects. I screwed that up because I learned about a new aspect that is absolutely bonkers for this build. It's in the thumbnail, and I'll show you that now. These boots. Aspect of Arakaali. We now apply Wither. We can get Wither on the target very quickly. Now, there's some things about this. There's a negative about it. The negative is we get withered ourselves. Now, Wither is easy to counter. We are CI, so we don't take chaos damage. And we get cannot be hindered on a jewel, so we can't be hindered. The positive is that it increases life regeneration, but it only if it's the wording. I can't remember the exact terminology, but It only works with things like Flask and what have you. It doesn't work with Zealot's Oath. So it's not actually affecting us. So this might be better if you did some sort of life hybrid version. I will say that going CI though will negate the chaos part of it. So this is one of those things where it might be better off to do some sort of wonky, timeless jewel, high chaos res, high life. Uh, it would probably be better to go that route to get the Arakaali to work. I'm not very good with I don't know much about that style, so I'm going with the CI variant. This works just fine. You're just not going to get the benefit of that upside to the Arakaali aspect. Otherwise, we're getting a ton of damage because we're applying 15 stacks of Wither pretty consistently. It doesn't take much because we're not changing anything in our Stormbrand. We still use Stormbrand. The only thing I changed out was we now have Despair, and then we still have our Hex Touch. I put Zealotry up here, and we're just using Stormbrand to apply Wither and to apply our Despair. That's how it works now. I'll go over the gems and the gem sockets and everything over on the POB. The rings, this one you saw in the beginning of the video. Unfortunately, he screwed me right afterwards and gave me 50 evasion rating. Thanks, buddy. Uh, the other ring is the one I still have from earlier on. I still have the same belt. I need to get a 100%er. There are some other things I need to change. I need to get a better Ghastly Eye because this one still has life on it. Obviously, I want ES. This one's okay. Could be better damage on it. It's got cold for no reason, but so far it's just what I have right now. Boots again, it's decent. Could be a little bit better on the suffixes. The sword, Severed in Sleep, gives us envy. We have Stone Golem with our generosity and our blessing on here, so now he's casting it instead, so we don't have to have that reserved. I got this version of it, gives him extra crit. This is mostly a crit style build. We don't use Grand Spectrums in the build because we don't have room for it. You still want to do a bunch of harmonies, so that's in the build now. Flasks are pretty much just whatever. We got some armor. We got a granite flask. I put a sulfur in here. This is going to be a bottled faith. That is your better flask, obviously. A roomies because we need it for the block. And this sapphire flask is only here because of bleeding and corrupted blood. Might be a better option out there. So there you go. That's the gear. Let me go and show you this. The Pantheon is not necessary. We're actually going to try out the new Pantheon because I believe that'll be another big, massive damage increase. Don't know yet because we have to see how hard it is for us to give Unholy Might to our minions. I don't know how that works, but we'll see what happens. Down here, we no longer need Mastermind of Discord because we're not applying any kind of exposure. So I just put in a Shaper of Winter. That's fine for the time being. It reduces damage that you're being dished. That they're dishing out, and you're also slowing them down a little bit, so that's fine to put into the build. So go ahead and swap out Discord with Shaper of Winter. A couple things to note in the build: we're definitely taking more of our mana reservation. You're going to need it in this build because we're doing a lot of auras. Anything with crit is really helpful. That's a lot of damage. We are definitely taking Vicious Bite. Unfortunately, it looks like Vicious Bite always seems to roll on the back side of the cluster jewels, so I can't really do much about that. So you got Vicious Bite on the back side here. The other mod you really want is Renewal. Feasting Fiends is okay. It's not a big deal, but your biggest thing is Renewal and Vicious Bite, and then of course as many harmonies as you can possibly fit. Down here, Anima Stone is also necessary for the build. Here's a Watcher's Eye. This is an endgame Watcher's Eye. You want Determination with block attack, and you want Discipline with energy shield regen. The other thing you could fit in here would be things like Zealotry with consecrated effect. There's I think there's something else with spell block with discipline if you need to make up spell block. I don't know if there's anything else in the build that's really necessary. There might be more stuff with crit and zealotry. Can't think of off the top of my head, but these two mods are the main thing. The vitality thing is pointless. It's useless. There's no vitality in the build. So up here we have Megalomaniac. This one I picked up mainly for the Righteous Path. That way we can fit Zealotry in the build. And then I just happened to get one with Vicious Bite. You can get one with both. Great. If you can get one with a third helpful modifier, that's awesome as well. This isn't even that bad of a modifier, to be fair. You could use this to help make up for dexterity if you want to spend that point. I don't want to. Here's another cluster. Again, Vicious Bite, Feasting Fiends, and Renewal with a couple Primordial Harmonies. Of course, the extra modifier on here, try to get something to make up whatever stats or what have you. More block and the block in this is just on the cusp of being cap block. I need to figure out what to do next. Down here is As the Mountain. If you can get As the Mountain as a anoint on your amulet, that will make up for most of the block. I think this actually puts you at cap block with roomies, and you'll be fine. Again, roomies, it's a flask, and you have to rely on the flask being up, so you're not always going to have it up. So understand that. Right now I have Charisma. I want to fit Determination into the build again. If I can get Determination back in, our EHP goes up to about 150k, 160k. It's a hell of a lot better. But until then, this is what we got. This is a little bit of a work in progress, but for the most part, it's a functional build. I'm doing maps. I showed you that Uber Cortex at the beginning, and I think it's working out just fine. If you want to look at any of my VODs over on Twitch, you can see the build in action. I did spend a lot of time crafting yesterday, so bear with me. Other than that, there's nothing else too much to go through on here. Of course, here's your stats that you guys want. Again, this doesn't really count. I can't really show you what the block really is. Technically, the block would be what is that? 57 and 65. And then once everything is up, it would be closer to block cap, of course. And then I'm also missing some points because I'm only level 95 right now. Looking at the rest, we can get our shock avoidance up and maybe fit a storm shroud in. All you need really is to get something like this avoid shock and on 100% belt, and we should be able to get that no problem. And then your ailment immune, and then we can move around and maybe change the Pantheon to be something more beneficial. I'm going to pop over to the POB. I'll show you guys the POB. It is an aspirational POB that'll show you what it could eventually become. So let's go over to that now. All right, here we go. This is the POB. Now, before I get really into the nitty gritty, I want to make sure to point out this is one of the reasons I try not to put the this box over to the left in my thumbnails. I'll do it for like early versions of builds and stuff, but I don't like to do it because, again, I don't know what the full DPS truly is supposed to be, because this is a kind of a shotgun build, and if not every projectile hits, then it's not actually the full damage. Technically speaking, though, you have 75 projectiles from your golems. That's what it would technically be. And that's the damage that it shows. Obviously, not everything's going to hit. Sometimes you'll see things melt instantly. Sometimes some of your golems will be too close and they'll do their flame breath. Sometimes they'll be really close and they'll try to melee or do whatever the hell that other thing is. So it all depends on where they're standing and what have you. But this is the damage this sheet likes to show. This is the EHP it likes to show. Take it with a grain of salt. Let me go through the skills. Your summon Flame Golem of Hordes. It is a 21-23. Try to get that, obviously. Greater Spell Echo, minion damage, concentrated effect, congregation, greater volley. This can be better by corrupting stuff, of course. Shield charge, automation, convocation. This could be changed around. If you do not like automation on your convoke, you could change out automation with flame dash. And then that way you can flame dash around. If you don't care about flame dash, you could also throw in one of the golems. You could change out your ice golem and put your ice golem in here. And then you could put Calling Strike back into your golem setup. It'll feel a lot better if you do that. I like automation because I'm lazy. So that's why I do that. Then you got your Vol Discipline, Zealotry, Determination with a level 4 Enlighten. This is probably the most expensive thing at this point. And there you go. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, does that doesn't change anything. Yeah. Then we got Stormbrand, Despair, Hex Touch. I already explained that. This is applying Wither and Despair on everything. And then just Tempest Shield is in the build at that point. Next thing's up. Stone Golem applies Envy. This is just to explain that this is all a part of the sword, and that is how this works. This down here is to tell you that I put a level 1 Wither into the setting here. All this does is allow me to put Wither on this portion here. Otherwise, it wouldn't show up, because if you look at the items, if you look at our boots, the aspect is not supported yet because it's a brand new thing. So it's to make sure that it's supported, I just force it by putting in Wither. So that's how that works. Here's the tree. This is a level 100 tree. Obviously, there's some things added. These 3 points, that's kind of really all that's been added. Some of this, there's 1 point that's been moved, but for the most part, it's the same exact setup with this type of damage. This will get you through everything. The thing that I want to focus on, this is coming up, is this right here. Ghastly Gaze of the Lich with 3 Ghastly Eye Jewels socketed. Unholy Might will will cause targets damage to penetrate 10% chaos resistance. I don't know what that means. If that means it's got to be some sort of weird link skill, then obviously we're going to either have to figure out a way of doing a link skill, which I don't know how that's going to work, or if that's some sort of aura or whatever this is, that means you're going to have to use 2 points. Then it's going to have to provide more than that, because it's going to have to replace something like Aegis Aurora, or not Aegis Aurora, but Primal Aegis, is that what it's called? Yeah, Primal Aegis. It's going to have to replace that, or it's going to have to replace Shaper of Storms, because this is already going to be replaced with the node down there. I don't know what this is going to give us. If it's going to give us anything. I have no idea. This may be a complete bust. If it is a complete bust, though, this is another thing that we can do. We can put in Bitter Heresy. If we do Bitter Heresy, and we remove this, Bitter Heresy down here, it brings the damage up a little bit, but I believe I have to set something here. No. Isn't there? I thought there was something here. Yeah, there it is. Yes. Enemy on profane ground. That is a massive damage increase. So, yeah. That is what we really want eventually. So, that is the next step, is to go through Sanctum and pick up the Lycia. So, there you go. If you want to get the Lycia Sanctum one, that would be the 4th point in the build. And there you go. That is the end of the show. I hope you guys are doing well. Again, I hope you are having fun with this league. Don't leave. I need more people to play. Don't let the league die this early. It's not even a weekend. Um, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you all during the stream. Please take care. I'm out.